reckless.
Shivers to my
He
spine.
was reckless. He was a young gunner.
I believe it. You know what story you need to tell?
What's that?
The story of the girl that you went on a date with, but you met her like 6 hours later. This is the first time I meet this guy, right? First time I meet Mr. Prince.
Yeah.
We had probably like a 3-hour conversation at a restaurant. Well, first of all, he just came down to stay, which I was like, all right, well, hopefully this isn't too bad.
Well, yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Far
You're not
shit.
right. I get it. We'd FaceTimed a few times. It was a neutral. It was like give me a neutral time at worst.
I want to see where this is going.
Yeah.
Go
It was
ahead.
gonna be a neutral time at worst. So we go have decent food. You overordered per usual.
I did.
That was too bad. Because it's a great restaurant.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah. And we sat and talked for probably 3 or 4 hours at that spot about everything.
We did.
And politics and race and work and shit. We covered it all. And then we get home, we play the question game. Except when you play the question game with this guy, you can't ask him the same question.
Very true.
So he chose all of the good questions.
Of course.
And then I didn't get an answer. I still don't have answers to the good questions, by the way, everybody.
Nope.
Still don't have any answers. Appreciate that.
I'm an enigma.
Yeah, well, I think I know the answers.
You can think all you want.
You know what? I don't think. I just feel. I'm just present.
Okay.
Just present. I'm here.
Talk your shit.
Anyways, you told this story, and I don't even know why you told this story. When you were, like, younger, when you'd first gotten to Seattle, and I think you must have met a girl on an app. I don't remember how you met her. But you had to, like, get your car worked on. I thought about this today when you said you're getting your car worked on. I looked at the clock and thought, oh, he's about to be here at 10 o'clock, but we got dinner at 7, so this guy better not be late. You were getting your car worked on, and this girl was waiting. Come to find out, she was waiting at the restaurant for like what, 2-3 hours?
It was
which
while.
Is insane that she did that. By the way,
I would say at least 2 hours.
And then this guy is so bold. He shows up, right? It's like 4 hours late total. Because you like told her like, hey, don't go yet, right?
Yeah, I was trying to save face. Because I knew it was gonna be late. So I kept pushing the time. And then eventually I was like, all right, no shit, I'll be here this time. And then it was probably like another 2 hours on top of that.
You hadn't even left the island.
It was bad.
So this poor girl waits for this fool. And he shows up and he thinks he's about to hang out with her past that spot. She said, no, thank you. I'm going home.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of her for that.
Ah, fuck her, man.
I mean, you were 2 hours late.
Yeah, you're right. But I showed up. And I'm me.
Shoot, if you'd been 2 hours late to here, you could have showed up, been you, and had a $100 bill, and it would have been the same story. I'm not waiting for nobody. But you know what? When you're young, you wait for people because you don't understand your value.
She wasn't young.
She was older?
She was older. She was probably my age now.
Really?
Yeah. And
what did she think of you?
She was Russian.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know if that makes a difference, but
it probably doesn't, but I do remember that detail.
Yeah, she was Russian, and she probably wanted to fight me. In all reality, I don't know. Honestly, I would have been perfectly fine if she just left. But the fact that she was still there, I thought, okay, maybe I can salvage this.
Did you try to salvage it?
Did.
Did you like really give your best stuff?
Yeah, I was talking my shit.
Your best stuff on the table.
I mean, it wasn't my best because I was young.
80%.
You know, it wasn't polished like it is now.
Right.
You gotta go. You know.
Right. It's polished.
It's polished now.
Yeah,
it's polished.
A well-oiled machine.
Of course, it's too polished. I need to rough it up a little bit.
Well, I don't know. I think you do that on the back end.
Probably, but yeah. So, yeah, I would have preferred if she would just left. I went through a lot though. See, that's the thing. Like, I fucked up, right? I did that, and so let me tell y'all. So, what I was getting done to my car, I was getting tint put on my car. Something so trivial that I could have did that anytime, but I just chose that time to do it.
He doesn't even have the car anymore.
I don't even have the car anymore. I don't. But yeah, I was getting 10 on the car, and my whole thing is I like to kill multiple birds with one stone.
Right.
You know, I hate driving.
Right.
So I'm like, okay.
And it's like 2 hours away.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, let me make this trip even more worth it.
Right.
I'm going to get my car tinted.
Oh, right, because it was like down here-ish.
Yeah.
That you were getting your car tint.
Yeah, it was down here.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll get it tinted. All right, cool, blah, blah, blah. Where I fucked up was I didn't get ready before I left.
Right.
That's where I fucked up. I didn't take a shower.
So where did you get ready? You went home?
I bought a hotel.
That's right.
I bought a hotel.
That's such a psycho thing.
Well, I wasn't going to tell her about it.
No, I know, but like, why didn't you just get ready?
Yeah, I don't know. I was young. And
then you were like, all of
reckless.
a sudden you realized you were getting your car's windows tinted.
No.
You weren't ready and you were like, I
well,
better
yeah,
go get
it
a
all hit me
hotel.
at once. Yeah. So it was, all right. So I was supposed to, let's just use 12 for number's sake.
Okay.
I was supposed to leave at 12. I left at 12, then I'll be fine. I left at like 1:30.
From the island.
From the island.
Okay.
I don't know if those are accurate times.
Sure,
but,
but whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've left, and I'm in a t-shirt, sweatpants, and slides, right? And I'm supposed to be meeting her at a bar. All my shit is in my backpack. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just hit the hotel and be fine, right? So first thing I did was drop the car off. And unbeknownst to me, because, I don't come down here like that. So even back then, I definitely wasn't coming down here. I didn't think about traffic.
Right.
So I got caught in traffic. So now I'm like, fuck, I'm late to my tent appointment.
Oh, even worse than the date.
And they were about to close. Like, so they were trying to, like, squeeze me in and shit.
Right.
So I was late for my tent appointment, and I had to get an Uber to take me to the hotel. And it was during peak hours, so I paid extra for the Uber.
This is a train wreck.
It was bad. And all the while this is going on, I'm shooting her messages. Hey, don't leave yet. Da 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 da. And I guess she had took an Uber or some shit. I didn't know that at the time, but
a roommate dropped her off. I feel like that was the story.
It might have been. I don't know. Whatever it is, she didn't have a car.
Okay.
So I didn't know that at the time. But while I'm shooting her the messages, I'm like, oh, please, God. Like, hopefully she's not there. So I go, drop the car off for the tent, try to get the Uber. Uber guys, slow or whatever.
Right.
He gets stuck in the local traffic, right? With the traffic lights and shit.
Right.
So I finally get to the hotel, and I'm shooting the shit with him. I'm like, man, like during this whole drive, I'm like, man, I'm late. I'm supposed to be meeting up with this chick, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, word? He's like, hey, man, how much was this ride? Because I guess they can't see the prices of the ride. Yeah. He's like, how much was this ride? I don't know. I think it was like $40, right?
Ugh.
And he was like, he's like, oh, man, fucking Uber gonna take like 10 of that because they be taxing, blah, blah, blah. He gave me this story. He's like, hey, man, do your favor, yo. If you give me $30, I'll wait for you while you're doing your thing in the hotel. I'm gonna go to the gas station real quick, come back, wait for you, and you don't have to get another Uber.
So you paid for an entire hotel night?
Yes.
Wild.
Yes. And 2 Uber rides. Yeah. So I paid for the Uber.
Just because you couldn't get your act together in the morning to
I fucked it all away.
Shine your little head up and get going? Like what?
I wasn't bald back then.
Oh.
But
so you had to brush the hair.
Everything was fucked away. Everything was fucked away from the very beginning. And yeah, so he laid for me at the little hotel spot. I did my thing. I got ready, came back. He took me back to go get my car. Then I had to drive my car to the bar.
Oh.
So he didn't drop me off at the bar.
How far were you from the bar?
Far enough.
Yeah.
To fucking, yeah.
Yeah. At this point, she's been at the bar the entire time.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was
bad.
bad.
She still is there.
And she was still there.
Did she get up and give you a hug when you walked in?
And I think so.
Wow.
Like the whole.
That was nice.
So that's what threw me off. Like.
Oh right, her vibe was pretty good.
Her vibe was good.
Right.
And I felt like she kind of felt bad for me. because I was just telling her, but like she knew where I was coming from. She knew I wasn't from the area. So she knew I wasn't like intentionally blowing her off. Like,
yeah.
if I was down the street and I was 2 hours late, that's different to me than a guy that's coming from 2 hours away.
Right.
Because who knows what could happen.
Right.
I could have got pulled over, could have got flat tire, whatever.
Right.
So I think she kind of felt bad, but at the same time, she was still pissed, understandably.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to smooth it over. And it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. So we had already talked about what we were going to do afterwards. We were supposed to go to the bowling alley. I was like, all right, so, where's this bowling alley at?
Oh, that's right. And then she was
I was like, where's this bowling alley at that you want to go to? She was like, actually, I'm going home. And I was like, okay, do you want to ride? No, I'm going to take an Uber. I was like, damn, she don't even want a free ride. I fucked this away.
All for the tinted windows on a car you don't have anymore.
Hey, you live and you learn.
That's right, you do.
I do both.
Yeah.
Maybe not in that order. But I do both.
That's a really good story. That's one of my favorites. That's when I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah, it was. I didn't even know I told you that story.
Damn. You did. I loved it.
Yeah.
Felt bad for the girl.
I mean,
we should track her down. She should be your next guest. If you're out there, answer the question of the week. We want to get you on this podcast.
I would love to do a podcast with her, just to get her perspective.
Yeah,
like her side of the story.
That would be fantastic.
I don't even remember her name, but
that would be great.
Yeah, it would.